Hey, what is up? This crazy entitled parent at the amusement park thinks this guy's bionic arm is some sort of toy for her entitled crotch goblin. By the Peace Creator. Hello again. I've come with another story, but this time under the category of entitled parents. M equals entitled mom, Ek equals innocent child, me equals duh, F equals friend, yada yada yada. Buckle your seatbelts, because I'm sparing no details. This is gonna be a long one. Some background. As the title suggests, this post is not about me but rather my good friend. We've been friends since I moved a few years ago. I have to admit that one of my main motivations for becoming his friend in the beginning is because of his sick robotic arm. He was born with both arms, but had to get his right arm amputated after he contracted frostbite when skiing in Colorado with his parents and got a life-threatening infection. So he had this arm for maybe 4 or 5 years. We're both 15, and has gotten it upgraded since he first got it. It started off as a simple exoskeleton-like arm with robotic joints that responded to the nerves in his arm, but there was a 4-second delay between him willing the fingers to move and the fingers actually moving. This meant that the only useful thing to do was being able to hold things. Over the years his parents paid more and more money to make the arm better, and the arm is awesome. It looks a lot more like a real arm with the exception of it being purple. There's also only a half-second delay as well. He can basically do anything now, throw and catch things, use a gaming controller, type, etc. The story? This happened about 2 years ago. My friend and I were on our 8th grade school trip to King's Dominion, a popular amusement park where we lived. We were allowed to go wherever we wanted with minimal supervision so long as we checked in at a set location every 2 hours. My friend and I had just gotten back from riding a popular ride with a half-hour wait time and decided to get a funnel cake to split. We got our food and sat down at one of the few empty tables. We were digging in when we saw the stars of the show, Em and her innocent little boy, maybe 5 or 6, sit down next to us. Ek was about to eat the sundae that he bought for him when he noticed my friend's arm. Now, my friend never tried to hide his arm. He thought it was as awesome as I thought it was. So Ek, being the totally innocent little kid he was, just stared at his arm for about a minute. F saw the kid and just smiled, lifting his hand and making the arm wave at him. Ek squealed in delight, which prompted Em to look up. She seemed as surprised as he was and began asking questions. Em, what happened to your arm? F, I had to get it amputated from a frostbite-related infection. M, that sounds terrible. Are you alright? F, yeah, I'm fine. I've gotten used to it. M, can I get a closer look at it? F, shrugging, sure. He walked over to their table and sat between the M and Ek, laying his arm on the table so they could look at it. IK, can I touch it? F, I would prefer if you didn't, it's very expensive. M, oh come on, all he wants to do is touch it. It's not like he'll break it or anything. F, visibility uncomfortable, okay then. Ek taps the arm a few times. I believe the internals parts of the arm are metal, but the external parts are made of some kind of hard, heat-resistant plastic. He then points to a small switch close to the stump of his shoulder. IK, what does that do? F, please don't touch it. That will detach my arm. Ik, what does detach mean? F, it means my arm will fall off. Ek gasps and looks frightened. My friend quickly assures him that it wouldn't hurt. During this whole conversation, M is just looking from him to his arm and then back to him. Every once in a while she would look over her shoulder as if she was considering stealing it. The kid recovers from his shock and continues to ask questions. IK, can you make it fall off so I can wear it? F, laughing, you wouldn't be able to wear it, you have both arms. Besides, it's really hard to put back on. The kid looks disappointed, but doesn't throw a fit or push him further. The M, however, looks like she just wants to yeet my friend over the bridge we were sitting by. Em, don't say no to it. He's a good little boy, let him play with your arm. He's been good all week, he deserves to play with it. F, sorry mom. This arm cost about 10k, I don't have any insurance for it and I just can't risk damaging it. He can't keep touching it if he wants. Please, that arm didn't cost that much. Right? She looks at me. Yeah, it did cost that much. I've seen some of the bills he's gotten for the parts. My friend used to show me the bills every time he got new parts for his arm. Well, that doesn't matter, just let it play with it. Sorry, no. Mommy, can I go on? Insert tried name here. 1 minute honey. I'm just telling this boy to let you play with your arm more. But mom, he doesn't want me to play with it anymore. Turning back to my friend and raising her voice, let him play with it. She began to tug at his arm, trying to freaking pull it off. The only thing I knew about his arm connector thing was that it was attached to his shoulder by clamps, and he was in visible pain. Stop, that really hurts. I don't care. Give it to me. Mommy, stop. Stop pulling his arm, lady. You're hurting him. Is just pulling harder at this point. She must have somehow flipped the switch that releases the clamps, because the arm came flying off, soaring behind the and hitting the corner of the railing with a really loud whack. My friend immediately ran over to it and checked it for damages. The grabbed her son and began quickly waddling away, but I saw a security guard behind her and quickly informed him on what happened. He caught up to her and she tried swatting him away, but he stood in front of her and called more guards over. They escorted her and her son from the park and we never saw either of them again. My friend was extremely upset, as the wrist of the arm had slammed into the sharp corner of the railing which has severed most of the wires connecting the wrist to the forearm, and many of the circuits and other parts were destroyed. He called his mom and she took us both home early. We told her about what happened and she said that she would try and find out how much repairs would be. They turned out to be around $2,000. His parents couldn't afford the repairs at the moment, so he set up a GoFundMe page. Within a week he had received the money for repairs. The internet is really cool sometimes. Thanks for reading. Edit: I'm getting a lot of questions about how bad the security was and why my friend didn't press charges. They basically booted her out after securing her personal information and told my friend he could use it if he wanted to press charges, which he didn't due to stress. The bodyguards were nice people, and they did their job. That's it for today's stories. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. We are posting new content daily. See you next time. And if you have any suggestions for new subreddits to read stories from, please leave them in the comments below.